ladies and gents, how are you? Funny that, isn't it? Funny that, you have to laugh. I don't even know where to start. It's not like everybody didn't see it coming, really. But the reason I find it hilarious is, do you know what's really funny about it? The albino jellyfish hasn't ruled it out. So you never know. You might actually end up with that big saggy rice pudding in Chelsea again, which I would piss myself laughing. Am I the only one that can't hear him? What is my volume shit today? All right, that's weird. Let me try and fix it. Although, is he not? Are you another one of these people having current issues with your PC and then blaming it on me, and then I get confused and turn everything off? But the trading company are selling some silky shorts. Grab some for the Ron Hill nostalgia. I do like a pair of Union Jack budgie smugglers. Like, I think I've still got some. That would be the best political comeback. I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it, with Boris? Because, all right, volume's all right. It's a difficult one with Boris, isn't it? Because the albino jellyfish has completely lost my support because his woke cabinet and his woke government just did woke politics. But at the same time, I mean, on a personal level, you have to prefer him. Who are you going to pick in front of him? Jeremy Hunt? I mean, the fact that he even entered the picture at any time is staggering, because every time Jeremy Hunt has ever been anywhere near an electorate, he fucking loses. Loses every time. Every single time there's been a leadership election or any choice to the people or the party, and Jeremy Hunt was on the ballot. Jeremy Hunt got deep sixth. Nobody likes him. That was popular as a bastard in a family reunion. Nobody wants Jeremy Hunt anywhere near anything. So the fact that he's all of a sudden steering the ship just makes it just shows you how badly it's going. Where the general public's just got no choice in the matter. It's the illusion of a democracy. Draft Mog. Yeah, force him to do it. Force him. The one person I've got any time for. So you have to laugh, but let's go through some of the stories because it'll make me laugh. It will make me laugh, if nothing else. Like I said, if you're getting wound up about all this stuff, you're doing it wrong. You just have to find it funny because it's a total fucking shambles. The country's ruined. I told you guys this, though, didn't I? Keep saying it. The US is in a better state than the United Kingdom because there's an actual conservative group waiting in the wings to take over. They don't even exist in England. There's nothing. There's just the wokerati. I mean, even Suella Braverman was gobbing off, going, "Oh, the wokerati, haha," and all the Tories were laughing, going, "Haha, yeah, you tell them, you are the wokerati. You're called the Conservatives, but you're not conservative. So what are you talking about?" Yeah, you tell them, Suella, the wokerati, haha. It's you, the twat laughing. You are the wokerati. Regarding that comment, Ashley, power grab for the planet. It's true, isn't it? Because, again, people who watch this programme know what programme that implies production values. People who watch this bloke sitting in the chair swearing are aware of the fact that they told us, for fuck's sake, this is what I keep having to tell people as well. They told us what was going to happen. Klaus Teutonic Megalomaniac Schwab, right, as Mark Stein calls him, quality. I love his impression of him. We must not waste this opportunity. They told us. This is what I keep talking about, the Great Reset. They go, yeah, it's a conspiracy theory, that. We've watched the videos. They made a conference called the Great Reset, and they had a PowerPoint called the Great Reset, and then they went, the Great Reset is the future. And then when the general public went, well, that's a bit of a shit idea, they went, Great Reset, that's a fucking conspiracy theory. That's what I mean about it being laughable. It's like me standing up now, getting my cock out on this fucking live stream and going, have a load of that, you bastards. And then tomorrow, coming on and going, no one's seen my cock. What are you talking about? Only Mrs. Taylor saw my cock. What, you didn't stream it live in front of the whole for the whole world to see on YouTube? Nah, it never happened. If you think you've seen my cock, I think you're a conspiracy theorist. Oh, do you believe Elvis is still alive as well? Ooh, do you think the Chinese nanobots are going to turn you into a robot? I mean, it's fucking. This is what I mean. Why it's funny. It's farce. You can't get angry about it. You know, laugh about it. It's laughable. They make the conference. They sent out fucking flyers. They paid for adverts on the sides of buses and put out. Do you know what I mean? Sandwich boards. What are big neon ones called? Flashing neon boards. The Great Reset. Davos. And then when the general public heard it, went, Jesus Christ, he went, that didn't happen. Didn't happen. What are you talking about? So think about what I'm telling you. It's funny. At least when someone lies to you in a clever, cunning, manipulative way, you can respect them for it. But when they do what they've done to us, you just have to laugh. It's hilarious. It's hilarity. Side-splitting hilarity all the way to the fucking gulags. It's lunacy. So, yes, Otto, you would become a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. Bootneck's cock, it'd be all viral on Twitter. 10,000 pictures of my fucking pathetic little member. Well, unless it was hiding behind a lawn pube. Doing the rounds on Twitter. And there'd be a hashtag Bootneck's cock. And I'd be like, the BBC and the Guardian would go, that didn't happen. Nobody's seen the Bootneck's cock. What are you talking about? It'd be like the New York Times, the paper of record, and Twitter would ban you from saying Bootneck's cock. I've seen Bootneck's cock. Hashtag I've seen Bootneck's cock. That'll get you banned off Twitter, 2-week ban. If you try and share a picture of Bootneck's cock on Facebook, fucking hell, 2-week ban, delete your account. If Alex Jones held up a picture of Bootneck's cock, they'd sue him for $950 million and then bulldoze his house and then say, cancel culture, that doesn't exist. What are you talking about? Cancel culture doesn't exist. Well, what about all these people who got cancelled? Nah, you're imagining it, son. You're imagining it. So, like I said, funny as. I'm loving it. Who's having another pot about the Americans being skint? I've told you this lot. The Americans are skint. Yeah, Craig, the Americans are skint. But I'll keep telling you, the Americans have got a continent for a country and loads of natural resources, fucking loads of them. If we get an actual right-wing government, then we can unchain American manufacturing. We can suddenly start producing shitloads of stuff. And the Americans are sort of evil, and so they're in a better position. It's like, I mean, have you seen all of the stuff regarding the pipeline? I watched Russell Brand talking about it. And he wasn't really giving you his opinion because he's very media savvy, isn't he? Obviously, he's a lefty, so he's a bit of a rat. But he knows what you can and you can't say. So he wasn't really talking about it too much. He was just presenting a lot of evidence via the medium of videos of people in Biden's cabinet, they don't call it cabinet in America, on Biden's staff and CIA and FBI and senior civil servants and all of them in America going, oh, if Russia invades Ukraine, that pipeline's going the way of the fucking dodo. Yeah. Literal videos of Biden saying, I promise you, we'll take that pipeline out. And there's a politician, a journalist going, how will you take the pipeline out when it's in foreign European sovereign territory? And he goes, we'll do it. We'll do it. Trust me. And now, if you say anything other than the Russians definitely did it, 100%, definitely, you're the enemy. Delete your account, throw you off social media, stops providing power and water to your house. You don't have to do that. The free market's decided we don't have to put power and water in your house. Yeah, but cancel culture doesn't exist. No, you can't fucking eat or drink, you cunt. But cancel culture doesn't exist. And so you have to laugh, don't you? You have to laugh. Like I said, I don't care. I can take it. I'll be lapping up radioactive puddles after the bombs start flying. I don't care. I'll deal with it in the same way I always do. Stoic good humour until I fucking flop into my grave. Yeah, Brand's a lefty. Brand's a lefty. He talks a lot of shit about, this level of consciousness. It's like, fuck off. I don't get it all in with all that hippie crap. It's the vibrations, man. We'll take your vibrations and shove them up your hoop. But that's hilarious. That is hilarious, Biden. Why is he still walking? Not only why is he still walking about, why is he in charge of the free world? He shouldn't be in charge of a fucking running a bath, should he? Anyway, we'll have to talk about Liz Truss a little bit before I go off on a tangent. So we'll get on. Let's go through some stories, shall we? Liz Truss resigns. Hilarious. 44 days. 44 days. Relief and disappointment among Exeter residents. MPs in the Southwest are among the first to call for her to resign. The Southwest is usually quite conservative, isn't it? Because unlike the rest of the country, it's posh. It's not like the North where people have got fuck off. The Southwest is quite posh. It says, in Exeter, there are a range of views. Some expressed relief, others disappointment, and some hope that a general election would be called. Not happening. Not happening. Let me tell you why that's not happening, right? Dead simple. Some of those people in the North know for a fact that they're fucked. The next election, because they're in Labour heartlands, they are out on the rear, like 100%, all especially up in the Northeast. The beast of Bolsover lost his seat, didn't he? By a tiny sliver. And all these people, all these worm politicians that we have in the red wall, people don't understand this because the media elites don't want you to realise how much you're getting fingered. Right? Normal people don't realise how much politicians actually get paid. They all go, no, they don't get paid that much. And obviously the Guardian and the BBC repeat the taglines because they're on side with the establishment now. But they don't just get the salary, they get massive perks. They get tax breaks that you don't know about. They get food and drink for fuck all. Every single thing they buy goes on the expenses. So in real terms, a politician, you'll be making 300 grand a year if you're an MP in England. One of these rat politicians. Have you seen how much Ian Blackford puts on his expenses? Shall we just Google that? Ian Blackford expenses. It doesn't come up with a quick Google. They don't want you to see it. MP expenses. Let's have a quick look. Fucking hell. Look at that. There you go. Here. I'll just share this with you. Proving my point. Look at that fat fuck. 1st of February to 31st of January. 251 grand. 251 grand. So basically, fuckwits think, oh no, they don't even get paid that much, politicians. It's not about the money. Yeah, it is. They're all fucking rats. They get massive, massive amounts of money. So if you're one of these weasel politicians in a red wall seat and you know for 100% fact that Labour are taking your seat, why would you agree to a general election? Why would you? And they're in charge of who they hire. So they hire the wife to run their office. Think about it. How much money the thieving gypsy bastards. Ragnar, they don't just put the groceries on that. I'm telling you, I've made this point before. Every single crumb that Ian Fatty Blackford puts in his fat face is on the expense. It's not just your groceries. It's literally everything they eat and drink. Every Mars bar Diane Abbott's ever ploughed into her fat grid is on the fucking expenses they charge for every single morsel that passes through the lips. They charge for every bit of transport and they fiddle the shit out of it. I remember the Blair babes. One of them bought like 14 laptops in a year, putting them on eBay because you go, yeah, we need them for the office. It is a license to print money. They just rob us blind. No, Blackford's the big, fat, horrible Scottish Nationalist Party one. That's why you can see the ribbon next to his name there. So it's a racket. It's a racket. There is no way they're going to call a general election. I'm telling you. Because why would you? The real life Alan Bustards, yeah. Oh, there's no way they want to get off the gravy train until they're forced to. So there's not going to be an election. It ain't happening. Serving under Johnson would be impossible. Of course it wouldn't. Of course it wouldn't. Oh, it'd be impossible unless I had to resign and not get any more money. At which point, yeah, suppose I can try and make it possible, you fucking rat bastard. Who's this bloke? John Barron. Well, see if it happens. See, if the albino jellyfish takes over, see if John Barron goes, hey, out of principle, I'm going to be off. No, will he fuck? He'll be sniffing coke off hookers' tits and putting it all on his expenses. Put everything on their expenses, not just what they eat. Rent boy, 300 quid. Primo Colombian marching powder, 200 quid. We'll slap that on their expenses. They don't give a monkey's fart. Who approves the expenses? They do. Do what you want. While some of his supporters call for the return of Boris Johnson, number 10, the former PM's enjoying a holiday in the Caribbean. He's returning to the Caribbean. He's returning to the UK this weekend, but so far there's been no official word on whether he'll run to replace Liz Truss. I fucking piss myself. I hope he does. I hope he does. I'm just in it for the bants now. Like I've told you, my long cast is quite simple. Britain's fucked. Europe, Western Europe is totally fucked. They're out of ideas. I've been telling you guys this for years. If you're not black-pilled, you're not paying attention. Western Europe's fucked. Totally and utterly fucked. They will never fix the immigration crisis. It's just going to get worse every year. So if you think we're struggling to pay the bills now, what's it going to be like after another 100,000 hairy-arsed strangers from the third world move in? And another 100,000 and another 500,000. Oh, you think the NHS is a bit fucking crowded, dear? Well, how's it going to be when they import another 100,000 people in ill health from the third world? And then another 100,000. Do you think 2023 is going to be better than 2022? Do you? You think we're going to get to 2024 or 2025 and all of a sudden, somehow it's just going to, oh, look, no more wait lists for the NHS. Oh, brilliant, there's less traffic. It's easy to get a dentist appointment. It's easy to get a doctor's appointment. It's easy to buy a house. You're fucked. Oh, no, Craig, it most surely is. It's one of the many, many problems. The point I'm getting at is, until there is a fundamental change for the direction of the developed world, we're totally, totally fucked. How can immigration not be a problem? Literally, if you got rid of 1 million illegal immigrants from the UK, it would hugely benefit all of those problems, those quality of life issues that annoy people. The NHS is fucked. It doesn't need more money. It needs less people using it. And that's never going to happen. So it's a bottomless pit. It needs to be reformed from the fucking top down. I am the pessimistic Bootneck, but I'm like the Joker. I just laugh uncontrollably as the world burns. That's where you're at when you've been black-pilled. That's where you're at. It's just funny. It's just funny. So we're totally fucked. And Labour can't and won't and don't want to fix it. So like I've told you guys for ages, you need to embrace the suck. Because only when it gets really, really bad do the normies wake up. And that's what I told Paz last time I talked to him, or Simon Sideways. Anyone I fucking talk to. It needs to get really, really bad before it gets better. Because as long as you can still feed your kids and watch the telly The world just passes the normies by. It might be getting worse. Every time they turn the TV, oh, look, they've just raped and chopped up a 12-year-old in France. Yeah, well. I'm still eating and I'm still watching Netflix and pulling my pud. Who cares? It needs to get bad. And it isn't bad, is it? It isn't bad. My life's fucking sound. Yours is pretty good. It's bad, but it isn't bad. I have to stain and drink cans on a Friday out of a nice cold fridge and sit on a nice warm couch and watch a nice flat screen TV rather than I'll go out on the piss as often as I like. It's still good. It needs to be bad before people pay attention and pull down the fucking what passes for a system in Western Europe now. But we'll get there eventually. It's death by 1,000 cuts. It'll take a while. Like I said, maybe another million and another million and another million. It's not like the third world are going to run out of people. Right? They're not going to run out of people. We could build 100,000 NHS. We could build 5 new hospitals. Let's just pull out some miracles, some numbers out my arsehole, right? If we suddenly found the money and the time and the manpower to build 5 new hospitals, how quickly would we fill them? We've got thousands of people every week moving into the UK. How quickly would we fill them? We could build 5 new hospitals. We could miracle them into existence. Wham, they're all full again. We could build 100 new schools. Wham, they're all full again. 2023, more. 2024, more. 2025, 2026. It's never going to stop. So we'll get there eventually. Yorkshire boy, if you're in a country you don't have citizenship, but you should have insurance or no treatment. Yeah, but never happened. Never happened because we've had it too good for too long. So, I mean, I read about a Nigerian woman who was on a flight to America and they went, whoa, she's up the duff. Nah, she's not coming. So they just sent her straight to England and then we got a bill for like £330,000 for delivering all the babies. We're totally fucked. Like I said, Western Europe is done. And I don't know when it's going to get to the point where everybody's quality of life is so low that the people are going to actually do something about it instead of just sitting and whinging. But we're not there yet, and we won't get there next year or the year after. It's going to take a while. So all you have to do is sit back and cackle maniacally and watch the show with me. We can have a good laugh at it together. And like I said, this is the real trick. Look after yourself and your own. If you're switched on and you're black-pilled and you know how we're staring into the abyss and it's going to take some time, you do your due diligence. It's not our kids who are going to be getting fingered by Abdul above a kebab shop because we're paranoid. We make sure the kids are fucking on the ball, streetwise. If I had a 13-year-old daughter and some Afghan tried to give her some booze and get her to go above his kebab shop, she'd be like, fuck off, you Taliban cunt. It's not like, if you know what you're doing and you look after your kids and you're risk averse, which is a conservative value, isn't it? You can avoid the worst of it. You don't put yourself in situations where you're going to get knifed to death by a jihadi. You do what the Americans just derogatorily call prepping. Do a bit of prepping and you shield yourself from the worst of it. And you cackle maniacally as it all goes tits up. And that's what I've done. Fuck them. But it ain't going to get better. It's optimism that'll kill you. The Guardian readers who are going, oh, no, you don't need to be like that. Everything's going well. No. The media want you to believe it's going badly, but it's going well. They're the ones who get bayoneted in the face. Bayoneted, they don't use bayonets. They get the face macheted off on London Bridge by an Algerian. Like, it's the optimism that'll do you in. So forget about it. There's no need to panic because there's always going to be someone dumber, more ignorant, and more woke and optimistic than you. So you don't have to worry about it. I don't care. But it's going to get a lot worse. So enjoy the fucking show. Sadwings welcomes the new overlords driving the atheist into church. Well, I haven't got that bad. But you never know. I might embrace God if I ever lose my sense of humour. I don't think I will, though. Right, let's do a bit more news because I've been ranting. Narrowing the field as fast as possible. The leadership contest is clearly geared towards narrowing the field. With a threshold of 100 nominations, a maximum of 3 candidates can stand. Also looks like the rules have been drawn up in the hope of MPs picking a winner without needing a final vote amongst party members. See, this is the thing what I keep talking about. This is why it's quite likely that Fatty will end up back in the hot seat. Because if you looked at all the polling from the party members, throughout all of it, Boris Johnson was popular. I think the last time I saw a poll on Twitter was about, a couple of months ago, like maybe the week before Truss won. And Boris Johnson was still popular. He still had the majority. If you asked party members, he was still higher than Truss and Sunak. So my side, if Boris Johnson comes back as Prime Minister, I will fucking piss myself laughing. You couldn't make it up. So we'll see. I've had, people were saying a head of lettuce. A head of lettuce lasts longer than a Tory Prime Minister now. It's funny, isn't it? Like I said, you have to laugh. So don't fucking get raged. Just have a laugh. What's the newest story at the top? Let's have a look. 11:26 net. Watch how Liz Truss's resignation unfolded. I don't even care about it. Truss bequeaths chaos on a party in the country. Brilliant. You know what I will say? I've always thought Liz Truss was weak. She's one of these modern politicians who's just sort of pathetic, No spine, no gravitas. They're all just civil servants biding the time now, aren't they? I mean, Theresa May embodied it. David Cameron was more impressive than Theresa May. And David Cameron was a worm. But you could tell David Cameron wasn't a fucking plank. Theresa May was shocking. She was just a barely competent civil servant who felt like if she bided a time, she deserved to be the leader. I mean, this whole thing's gone on in America as well. Joe Biden, it's like a production line now. It's not like going off charisma, charm, capability, intellect, stamina. Now it's just a production line. Joe Biden got the job because he'd been in politics for 40 fucking years. And they're like, oh, it's your turn now, Joe. And he was like, where were? It's a damning indictment of how bad of a job we've done of steering the ship. But you could see that Truss was weak. Weak. Do you remember when that girl fainted while they were doing the hustings? And you seen Liz Truss shit herself. Like, all she did was faint. Instead of like what a normal bloke would do. Like, go, fucking hell, and go and give her some basic first aid. Check she hasn't swallowed her tongue. The basics, like a normal, competent, working class bloke who did fucking St. John Ambulance level 1 when he was 13 at secondary school. Instead of going, oh, she's just fainted. Don't stay calm, everyone will sort this. She'll be fine. That's what a normal person would do. It's just like, because she hasn't done anything. Yeah. Shit herself. You could see she panicked. She went, oh my God, oh fucking hell. And then and they try and make themselves out to be like normal people because they're just a ruling class, basically. They've never done anything. But the worst thing is they're the new ruling class that pretends to be one of the guys. Like Liz Truss, who loves to talk about how she's like, I went to a comprehensive school. Did you fuck? Liz Truss went to one of the poshest schools in Leeds. It's total bollocks. People move to get into that school she went to. And they're going, oh, but technically it's a comprehensive school. It used to be a grammar school. You're posh and useless. It's the total failure of middle-class arseholes is what it is. Because this is the point. If you're going to start talking about leaders from the old days, I think I've made this point before. If you're going to start talking about leaders from the old days, they actually did a good job. Benjamin Disraeli, like everyone talks about him like fucking, he's David Starkey's hero, isn't he? Back in the days, you had an actual ruling class. And we were better governed when 50 families ran everything. Slightly inbred, old money families. We were better governed when they ran the show than we are now. Blairism, all we've proved with the last 30, 40 years is the abject failure of us, the people. Because when we started getting the leaders from the people, your Nick Cleggs and your David Camerons and your Tony Blairs and your Gordon Browns and your fucking Liz Trusses and your Boris, all of these people, all we've proved is we suck. We're shit. It was better when this is, and this is irony. You know what I'm saying is true because you know it on an instinctive level. The only one out of all of the Tories now who people still like, who sort of just instinctively go towards and think he should tell us what to do, it's Jacob. Because he actually is from an old ruling class. These sort of new Blairite, I'm one of the guys types, middle class, sort of working class, upper working, middle, lower middle, wankers. Absolute wankers. So again, it's us. We deserve it. Like, it's proved the total failure of the people. George Orwell had not much nice to say about us, didn't he? He said the English people are fucking mice. They just don't, the revolutionary spirit's gone out with them. They don't get wound up enough. And it's just proved it. Seriously, Jacob Rees-Mogg proves my point. We were better led when old rich families just went, listen, you useless twats, we're doing it all. It was better. It was fucking better. And I know, Seb, it's a mad revelation to come across. It's not original to me. I just listen to cleverer people than me, like Peter Hitchens and Mark Stein and David Starkey. Well, it's totally true. It's a bitter pill to swallow for a normal person. But we were better led when fucking inbred rich cunts ran. It's like the noblesse oblige, right, in France. The rich people just do it all. And we just pray for their mercy. It was better. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but it was better. When we had a proper ruling class, it was better. The SNP, I mean, their evidence. The SNP are all, new money, new people, normies. Look at the state of them. Look at the state of them. Do you really prefer someone like Ian Blackford or fucking Nicola Sturgeon to old money ruling class types like Jacob Rees-Mogg? He's twice as clever as them. And he's got 3 times the backbone. Nothing seems to get him flustered. They just suck. So this is me holding my hands up and saying, you know what, we suck. Like, yeah, the French cut their heads off, and is France good? They're on about the 7th Republic, aren't they, the French? They're fucking useless. The French and the English would have been better off if we just let the posh bastards run everything. If we were the tradesmen and they were still living in the big castles and we used to go in the tradesmen's entrance, do our work, get paid, and then they run everything, and then, they throw us some scraps every now and then. It was fucking better because we've just totally buggered it all up. And we're going to get what's coming to us. We're going to get what's coming to us. We would have had stability. Yeah, you lads rule everything. We'll just do what we were doing. Do a bit of work for them, get pissed all weekend. Happy days. Happy days. Now we're going to get what's coming to us when the new ruling elites take over. And that's going to involve totally fucked. Exactly. We know where we stand with the Rees-Moggs of the world. We knew where we stood with them. They're actually patriotic as well, which none of these lot are. They hate their own country, all of them. All of them. Look at them in America. America is a much, much, much more patriotic country than Britain is. And the left in America hate their own country. They say it again. They tell you themselves. You get AOC on a hot mic, she'll be like, oh, I wish I was Native American. Oh, man, their culture's so rich, it's so vibrant, and we're just, The white Democrats hate themselves. And it's the same in England and all of Europe. The Guardian readers, the Macrons, they hate themselves. They hate their own countries. They hate everything about us. They hate our culture, our way of life. They think it's just all colonialism and mass murder. They don't know anything. They despise themselves. And when someone that despises themselves is running your country, why would they protect it? They hate it. If you hate yourself, you don't take care of yourself, do you? I hate myself. Fuck it. I may as well fling myself off a bridge. They're doing the same thing with your country. They don't like it. They don't like you, and they don't like themselves. So why would they take care of it? At least if we were French, we'd get to eat cake and suck face. Well, I eat cake. I'm partial to a carrot cake every now and then. Again, not too often though, because you don't want to end up a fat knacker. It told you need to embrace the Spartan lifestyle, because very shortly, the only thing we'll be drinking is toilet wine and rain, salted porridge. Fuck knows what's up with the Scots eating that shite. But yeah, there we go. That's just what I'm telling you. We'll get a proper right-wing option in England in about 2028, 2029. But it's all downhill until there. So buckle up, get ready for the long haul, and prepare yourself for some toilet wine and some fucking gruel, because that's what you're getting. It's getting worse. Getting much worse before it gets better, I'm telling you. Cobby dabby dozing. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. And the Scots, it's going to be brilliant for the Scots. I cannot wait till they get independence. Again, that is inevitable. Those of you that have been saying, no, that's not happening. It's inevitable. Commies don't let you have a fighting chance. The Scots, I've told you guys stories in the past. A couple of years ago, I shared a newspaper article all about it. It was just summing up all of the propaganda they've been pushing into schools in Scotland for the last sort of 12, 13 years. Just outright lies. Like, if you were to read a Scottish history book that they're giving to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old kids in Scotland now, if you got to the end of it, you'd hate England, because it's just fiction. So the Scots will get their independence. I don't know when, but it's coming. And if they have to drop the vote down to 12, they'll drop the vote down to 12. If they have to give the vote to everybody who's foreign, as long as they've registered an SNP supporter, then they'll do that. They'll put both balls on the scales. But Scotland are getting independence. So again, suck it up, embrace it. The UK will be no more. It's leaving. Embrace it and have a chuckle, because you know what's going to happen when they do get independence? Like I've said, history is just prophecy. It's just a cycle. When they get independence, fucked. The first thing, 2 years after they get their independence, they're going to be eating all the animals in Edinburgh Zoo. I'm telling you. And we can just man Hadrian's Wall, build that 10 feet higher, fill it with Geordies, all armed with boxing gloves with broom shanks on the end. Because we don't want to do, we don't want to get them armed with weapons, firearms, against our fellow British citizens, right? I have a soft spot for 40% of Scotland and Wales, but they're going to get their independence. So basically, yeah, they'll sort it. They'll sort it. The only ones who will vote for independence will be all the commies, so they'll sort it out. They're going to get their independence, definitely. I'm telling you. You just have to accept it. And it'll be funny. And they'll run the economy into the ground, just like they did when they started their own colony, just when they went fucking bankrupt because they went to Newfoundland and everything went shit to shit. The Scots bankrupted themselves. That's why they joined into a union with England. Bought and sold for England's gold. They bankrupted themselves. Now, if you're an SNP supporter or a commie in Ireland, you think England invaded Ireland in fucking 1960 and England invaded Scotland in 1975 and we bayoneted babies and napalmed the fucking schools and burnt down the nurseries and fucking dug up everybody's granny and fucked her. That's what you think if you're a communist, because that's what they tell them. They don't understand the complex history in reality of the British Isles. So they will get their independence and they will fuck it up. And that's when you start laughing. And you just say, all right, lads, well, you have at it. I'll see you in a few years, lads. When you're eating grass in the shadows of Hadrian's Wall, I'll see you then. I'll see you then. Giving the vote, yeah, of course they did. Of course they did, because they're cheating. If you keep changing all the rules, you're cheating. I keep saying about conserving, keeping old traditions the same. If you keep changing the rules, you're cheating. They cheated over here. Oh, can't say that. Get banned for that off Susa. You fucking Susa. They cheated. If you keep changing rules that have been in place for years, you're cheating. They made this ballot harvesting they do in the United States it's in the rules. So they go, we didn't cheat. It's all in the rules. Yeah, but you changed the fucking rules. I've told you, the stuff I learned about coming over here, it genuinely staggered me. Because it's illegal in England, or it always was. I bet you it's not going to be illegal in Scotland for very long. About ballot harvesting. In America, you can just send someone out to just get as many people's ballots as the ones. Oh, don't you want to vote because you've got a sore leg? I'll tell you what, I'll give you a big box of fucking chicken nuggets and you just give me your vote and I'll take it in for you. Oh, that's fine then. And then they're like, boom, dropping off like 8,000 votes for Joe Biden. And that's perfectly legal. The stuff they changed out here so that they could cheat is staggering. And that's what they'll do in England. They'll just change the rules. And if you change the rules, you're not cheating. But anybody who's not a maniac knows it for what it is. It's fucking cheat. No. No, we changed the rules, so it's not cheating. Okay then. If England played fucking France in the next Euros, and one of the French blokes just picked the ball up, ran up the pitch and threw the cunt in, and we went, whoa, that's cheating. They went, no, we changed the rules yesterday. We just did not tell you. Yeah, it is not cheating because we changed the rules. All right then. We'll go home, you won. But the whole fucking world would know that cheated. So it doesn't matter what you say. It just matters what you do. And everybody who's not a lunatic can see it. Yeah, well, you know, but it happened. They changed the rules. They changed the rules all over the place. So they changed the rules. They'll change the rules in Scotland. They'll change the rules in Wales. Commies change the rules. They have no respect for history, no knowledge of antiquity, because the commies don't know anything after about 1950, don't have any respect for history, don't know anything from antiquity. They don't realise how hard it is to get a stable society and how many giant shoulders you have to stand on to get to where you are. They've got no respect for any of it. So change the rules, get rid of that institution, create this new one, pack a Supreme Court that doesn't exist. Fuck it, we'll make one. Change that, rewrite the rules, get rid of that law, bring in all these new ones, fuck it. And then you're living in this topsy-turvy land, and they'll go, I didn't cheat, change the rules. All right then. If that's good enough for you, that's good enough for you. But anybody who has a room temperature IQ knows what's gone on. So you're welcome to it. Like I said, don't get pissed off. Import the vote. They're doing that in Scotland, 100%. The SNP are going, oh yeah, we love all that. Bring your family over from fucking Lithuania. Come on, bring them all. Oh, you have to vote. What? Yeah, you have to vote. Here's your free council house that I'm giving you. My government's giving you. The Tories don't like you. They'll deport you. So, oh, do they? Yeah, they hate you. Oh, they'd starve your kids to death, would they? Yeah, they'd definitely starve your kids to death. Yeah, there you go. There's your free house. Make sure you vote in the referendum that I want you to vote yes on, and the man who wants to starve you to death wants you to vote no on. Yeah, make sure you do that. And they'll go, okay. Oh, yeah, and we'll drop the age to 14 so all your kids can join in. Okay. Are they going to lose? So are they really going to lose? They learned the lesson from the last one. They thought they had it stitched up in the last one. They learned the lesson. They went, right, fuck the old people. Drop the voting age further, import more people, change the rules, import, lie to the kids a bit more, need another 4 or 5 years of indoctrination, lie. Everything about them, commies lie. Remember when they said once in a generation, and conservatives are going, no, you mean the never ender. The never ender, because if you don't get your way, you'll do it again next year, and you'll do it again next year, and you'll keep doing it until you win. Just like the EU with the Lisbon Treaty. Oh, you voted the way we didn't like, so you're fucking voting again. And you'll vote again until you do as you're told. You dirty, stinking peons. That's what's happening. So have a chuckle. Have a chuckle. That's just nothing to do but laugh. Right? Watch it with me. We can have a laugh together. But like I said, if you're not prepping, do it. If you're not used to eating porridge and rainwater, get fucking used to it. Because it's coming. I'm telling you. And if you're Scottish, you want to have a fast track to the Edinburgh Zoo. So the day you get your independence, you can be the first one in and you can eat all the penguins. Yeah, they're nice. They taste all right. It's like sort of fishy chicken. You leave it for the rest of them to take on the fucking polar bears, right? You don't want to have to be going into the polar bear enclosure to feed the kids. Get yourself in with the sack, fill it with penguins and other things that don't put up much of a fight, and then get the fuck home and eat. Because you don't want to be last in and have to take a polar bear on with a Leatherman. All right? Anyway, right. Yeah, that's nearly an hour there. You can have that for now, you twats. Oh, yeah, what else? Yeah. None of you wankers have followed my other channel. Where's that? Let me find a link before I leave. There's got to be one around here somewhere. Because I have put 2 videos up since I started it. There's this one. Biden. Tulsi calling Biden Hitler. There's one. Sunflower ads. It's well sensible. There's one. Where's the other one? There's another one. And where's the channel itself? Hang on. There we go. And there's the channel. Done. If you haven't checked it out, check it out, because I'm hoping to start doing streams on there. I need a backup, right, for when Truss grabs me by the fucking short and curlies. I want to do more American news on there because, frankly, I don't want to have a channel that panders to you lot over in Blighty when, frankly, the pound's worthless. I mean, what's the point? Someone sends me a fiver. I want some dollars, baby. I want some dollars, sugar tits. Anyway, I'm kidding. The main reason is because I need a backup and I've been shadow banned. I used to enjoy having a community tab that actually fucking told people things. So, yeah, have a look. Check it out. Thanks for watching. I will be, when am I doing the stream again? Monday. I'll be back on Monday. All right? Till then, have a good weekend. It's only Thursday, but it's coming up. Have a good weekend. Don't forget to stockpile some spam. And I'll see you all on Monday for another live stream. All right? Cheers, everyone. See you very soon. God bless America. Suppose he can bless the UK as well. It fucking needs it. It needs it. See you later.